Evolution of Alice. Alice in Wonderland, 1903. The first movie adaptation of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland debuted in Great Britain in 1903 as a silent movie and in January 1904 in the United States. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, 1910. In the 10-minute black and white silent movie, Alice is portrayed by Gladys Hewlett. Alice in Wonderland, 1915. Alice is portrayed by Viola Savory. The movie was the first Alice movie to combine the chapters from Through the Looking Glass with those of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland, 1949. In this French movie, Alice appears voiced by Carol Marsh. The Cheshire Cat directs Alice to the Hatter, March Hare, and the Dormouse, who are having a tea party. Alice in Wonderland, 1951. Alice is portrayed as being very curious, often seen daydreaming and giving herself advice instead of listening to the advice of others. The closest thing Alice has to a friend is Dinah, her kitten, and not even she understands Alice's dreams of finding a world of her own. Alice is well-mannered, polite, courteous, mature, and has an elegance and gentleness of a young woman. Although once she falls into Wonderland, she finds it harder and harder to maintain her composure. She is shown to be determined, but her determination is often overpowered by her temper, seeing as she does not give up on finding the white rabbit until she gets frustrated and is easily put off by rudeness. She wears a blue puffy short-sleeved knee-length wide-skirted dress, a white pinafore apron over top, and a black ribbon tied into a bow in her thick blonde shoulder-length hair on top of her head. She is voiced by Catherine Beaumont, who later voiced Wendy Darling in Peter Pan, 1953. Commercial promoting Jell-O, 1956. Alice appears in a commercial promoting Jell-O alongside the Mock Turtle and Griffin, during which Alice offers to teach the Mock Turtle how to make Jell-O for an upcoming party. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, 1972. Alice is portrayed by Fiona Fullerton. Alice finds curious little animals as well as people like the Cheshire Cat, the White Rabbit, and more. The Mouse Factory, 1972. Alice made recurring appears in the live-action wraparound skits alongside the other costumed characters and celebrity guests. Alice in Wonderland, 1981. Alice appears voiced by Marina Niolova. Alice in Wonderland, 1985. In the American two-part made-for-television adventure family fantasy musical movie, Alice appears portrayed by Natalie Gregory. Adventures in Wonderland, 1992. Alice, portrayed by Elizabeth Harnois, is the show's protagonist. Each episode begins with Alice facing different problems and consulting with her cat Dinah. In order to find the answer she needs to get through a situation, she goes through her mirror that takes her to Wonderland, where she partakes in strange adventures with its inhabitants that revolve around the situation that she is dealing with at home. Alice in Wonderland, 1999. Tina Majorino as Alice, a curious young girl who is nervous and unenthusiastic about performing the song Cherry Ripe at her parents' party in the beginning. Mickey's Magical Christmas, snowed in at the House of Mouse, 2001. Alice appears during the finale song. House of Mouse, 2001. In the episode Big Bad Wolf Daddy, Alice appears singing along with several other Disney characters. But when Big Bad Wolf Daddy does another of his trumpet solos, he blows so hard that Alice's dress takes on its parachute form. In the episode Dining Goofy, Alice appears in her gigantic state, making it difficult to order her food on a regular-sized computer. A penguin waiter then served Alice one of her Drink Me bottles, returning her back to her normal size. Mickey's House of Villains, 2002. Alice appears as the cameo character. Alice in Wonderland, 2010. Alice Melania Kingsley, Mia Wasikowska, is a 19-year-old girl who doesn't quite fit into Victorian society and structure. Her return to Wonderland, having previously visited it as a child, although she has since forgotten it as anything other than a dream, and now required to return to defeat the Jabberwocky, becomes a rite of passage as she discovers her voice and herself. Screenwriter Linda Wolverton researched how young women were expected to behave in the Victorian era and then made Alice the opposite. Alice is portrayed in the movie as a pretty young girl with a calm, serene disposition and a soothing voice tone. Myri Ella Challen portrays Alice as a 6-year-old. Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, 2013. In the American fantasy drama series that aired on ABC, Millie Bobby Brown appears as young Alice, and Sophie Lowe as adult Alice. Alice Through the Looking Glass, 2016. Mia Wasikowska reprised her role as Alice Kingsley in the 2016 sequel. Alice Kingsley has spent the past 3 years following her father's footsteps and sailing the high seas. Upon her return to London from China, she learns that her ex-fiancé Hamish Ascot has taken over his deceased father's company and plans to have Alice sign over her father's ship in exchange for her family home. Alice follows a butterfly she recognizes as Absalom the butterfly, who was previously a caterpillar, and returns to Wonderland through a mirror. Alice is greeted by the White Queen, the White Rabbit, the Tweedles, the Dormouse, the March Hare, the Bloodhound, and the Cheshire Cat. They inform her that the Mad Hatter is acting madder than usual because his family is missing. Alice tries to console him, but he remains certain that his family survived the attack of the Jabberwocky. The White Queen, believing that finding the Hatter's family is the only way to restore his health, sends Alice to consult time and convince him to save the Hatter's family in the past. Once Upon a Time, 2017. Alice is portrayed by Rose Reynolds. She is the daughter of the Wish Realm version of Killian Jones, played by Colin O'Donoghue, and Mother Gothel, played by Emma Booth. Alice is the lover of Robin, played by Tiara Scoveby, who is the daughter of Robin Hood, Sean Maguire, and Zelena, Rebecca Mader. Her cursed identity in Hyperion Heights was Tilly. At Home with Olaf, 2020. A short clip of Alice in Wonderland featuring Alice appears during a montage of heartwarming moments from Disney movies, playing an Olaf song, I Am With You. Alice's Wonderland Bakery, 2022. Though Alice does not physically appear in the show, her picture appears in her bakery, which her great-granddaughter inherits, who shares the same name as her, and is a young baker working at the Wonderland Bakery somewhere in Wonderland. The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, 2022. In the second segment of The Wonderful Spring of Mickey Mouse, when Alice appears in a cameo as playing golf, the pollen covered him after Goofy sneezes it.